Good morning everyone, welcome to Lost Phoenix Gaming, the home of tips, tricks, guides and tunes for Forza Horizon, and it's that time again to be having a look at the spring season. The upcoming season's going live on Thursday for Series 33. And what have we got? For 50% we got a backstage pass, a good opportunity to pick up some nice rare cars. 80% gets you the Toyota MR2 89. A pretty rare car, it's pretty nice, and it's not bad for an 80% reward. Photo challenge, not garden variety. Take a photo of any cult car at the Mortimer Gardens. Okay, that's been in before, and I think I took one of the BMW Isetta. The Forzathon, proceed at high velocity. Own and drive any Super GT car. Earn 10 pass skills with your Super GT car. Earn a total of 9 skills from drift zones. Earn a 3-star at Princess Street Speed Trap up in Edinburgh in your Super GT car. Yeah, okay, the first 3, very easy, no problems. This is the one that's causing people problems. 230 mile an hour is this one. And you need to do it in a Super GT car. Yeah, it's a bit of a pain in the backside because there's not that many, even with a decent bit of tuning, will actually do this. And this is definitely one which, last time this was in the game, a lot of people struggled with, and I ended up using my pre-order car for Aston Martin, which is not ideal. But what I did is I did ask out about this. I put a video out asking for suggestions of cars, for tunes and whatnot to get this done, and I got quite a bit of stuff back, so that's all good. But what I'm going to do is first off address the easy way to do this if you're lucky enough to have these cars. There's the Aston Martin DB11 pre-order car. I believe that it's been in the game only once, and if you were lucky enough to pick this up, I have got a very respectable tune for this, which will definitely hit this, definitely complete this without too many problems. And this is how I did it originally when it was in last time, and I'll show you this here. This is basically my way of doing it. I run out of a drift zone and straight down into Edinburgh, because a lot of people are saying to me, go from motorway, go from the islands, from a roundabout, but it's this one corner here I struggle with when going that way. But when I'm coming out of the drift zone, I can pretty much do it in a straight line. So this is how I do it, but if it works off the roundabout, brilliant. So 237 point whatever it was for a PO car. Unfortunately, this is what happens when you try and put it on the auction house. The other car is the Ferarri 812 SuperFast. Brilliant car, loads of them about. You do get them for completing the story star card, although I've recently been told that's a bit bugged at the moment, so it may or may not work for you. This is a good car. You can get it off the auction house, but it is very expensive. But if you have got this car, if you've got the Aston Martin, if you've got the Ferrari, or either one of those, I've got tunes for them. This will make us very simple. Superfast tune is awesome. It truly is awesome. And I'll show you this again in the game, completing this, because if you have got it, just get this tune, get this car, get this tune going, and just go for a blast. And I know a lot of people haven't got this stuff because it is very expensive. And I'm making this run, once again, out of here. And absolutely flooring it, hitting 200 pretty much on the corner. And coming up to the camera. $237.16. That was easy, no problems there. So those two cars will absolutely kick this with no problems. Unfortunately, the Aston Martin is pretty much unobtainable, and the Ferrari is 20 million credits. So not a lot of people have 20 million credits, and a lot of people, and I wouldn't blame a lot of people for not dropping 20 million on this one car just to do this one event. So I did ask out, like I said, I asked out about 36 hours ago it is now, by the time I'm planning to release this video. It's about 24 hours from the time I'm recording it. And I did ask out what cars you guys suggest. You got any tunes, got any car suggestions, got basically stuff that can help out players who are not in a position to have stuff like the SuperFast or like the pre-order Aston Martin. The response was overwhelming. I got loads of good suggestions, tunes were mentioned and stuff like this, and I went in and I've had a look at them all. And yeah, some of them I got on with, some of them I didn't. But there's this one car in particular stood out as being pretty respectable. And that car was the Aston Martin Vantage V12S. It's on the auto show, it's very cheap, and I did try one of the community tunes that was suggested. Yeah, that was alright. But I just thought that the gearing was a bit off on it. It probably needed a bit more acceleration on the top end to get speed. So I went in, I did a tune myself for this, and this is what this is. I've put the share code up, and this works pretty well. It tops out about 235 point whatever it is, because I've took the top speed down in order to give faster acceleration on the high end, and it works. It does really well. I've already had a comment on my other video saying that they've tried this tune on this car, and they've actually done it at 235, which is the upper limit of the car. So yeah, it can be done. It's no problems. And I'm doing it on here. This is in winter, so I imagine I'm going to have a bit more traction, a bit more control. Oh, by the way, for this, I've turned off traction and stability as well, just to eke out a little bit more speed. And coming out of this drift zone, it's doing alright. It's absolutely flying it. Coming down towards the camera. And what am I going to get through this? 231.37, and I've done this a few times to test it, and it's pretty consistent. I'm getting back 231 personally, but I have had people tell me that they have been getting 235. So yeah, if you haven't got these cars, that Aston Martin will do it. Now, the easy parts. Having a look at the pass skills, I'm going back to Ferarri because that's just what I've recorded the footage on earlier, and I've got my Juggernaught new players event here. I'll pop the share code up for this because this is a really good way to do pass skills, and if you haven't got the Juggernaught unlocked, you can use a share code anywhere and it will load into this custom blueprint, and this is something you can use to get very easy pass skills. And like I said, I'm working on the Ferarri simply because that's the footage I had. So onto the line, hold back a little bit, and then pull away. And let's pass some of these lots, shall we? Awesome pass, ultimate pass, awesome pass. Got the Audi up here, let's pass you, awesome pass. Okay, awesome pass, yep. That's already got a few pass skills. So let's take the foot off, shall we? Let's hold back a little bit, let them get ahead of me. And can you see what I'm doing here? I'm actually letting them get past me, so I can go and pass them all over again and just build my skills up that way. It may take a couple of runs at this in order to get you 10, but this is basically how you do it. Another pass, got a pass there, got a little drift, no more passes at the moment, but get past this Audi here, ultimate pass, awesome pass. Yeah, that's easy, that's not a problem. So that's how you do that. Drift zones, right. The easiest drift zone in the game, in my opinion, is Ashbrook Lane. 95,000 points for a 3-star. You don't have to get 3 stars, you just have to get 9 in total. So you could run this 9 times if you like, just getting 1 star, 1 star, 1 star. But it is very easy to get 2 stars on this without too much effort. Again, traction, stability, ABS off to enable the drifting. And you can see this, I'm the worst drifter at a festival and I've just kicked 103 out of that. So that's the 3 stars, that's fine. So that's a Forzathon. 3 easy bits and 1 difficult one. But hopefully we've sorted that out for you. The trial, Easter buggy for a rabbit outfit. I know, never mind. Spring games for the number 11 Ford F-150 truck. Off-road buggies, Easter buggy, B-class, off-road buggies. Yeah, okay. This is going to be... I think this is going to be a bad one because last time we had a cross-country buggy event in, all the driver tasks absolutely just kicked it in the Can-Am Maverick. and that is an absolute bloody nightmare to race against. But we're going to have a look at it anyway, right? I'm going to have a go, although you only get the rabbit outfit, which is a bit crap. Mountain Foot Cross Country, the Ridge Cross Country Circuit, and Rail Yard Cross Country Circuit. So that's what you got. The prize is pretty crappy, to be fair, and I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of you just skip it because what you get for it isn't probably worth the hassle. But if you do want to do it, and I am going to have a go at it, I'm going to suggest the X-Raid John Cooper Works buggy. These are selling on auction right now for about 200,000 credits. They were 4 million not so long ago, and then you started getting them as part of seasonal rewards, and the price just dropped through the floor. So definitely a good opportunity to pick one of these up. I've got my B-Class tune on there, and I'm half tempted to run this twice, once in the Mini, once in the Can-Am, and just see how I get on with different cars. You know, normal one, the pay-to-win car, but that's that one. Spring Games, B-Class, Retro Rally, over at the Mud Kickers. Fair enough, Play Infected, Flag Rush, King, you know, the usual sort of game stuff. For Rally, I'm going for the Scooby, the Impreza 22B STI. B-Class tune. It is available on auction for, last time I looked, it was somewhere around 400,000 credits. So it's a nice car, it's not bad, and this will definitely give you a blast on this, although any retro rally in a B-Class will get you on this because you don't actually have to win it. You really don't, just take part and see it through to the end. So if you haven't got this, just pick anything up really, but this is definitely a good one to be having a play with. PR Stunts, Northbound, Slate Quarry and Never End. Super wheel spins all round for that one. You got a jumper, speed camera and a speed zone. Okay, you know, the usual sort of stuff, right? The first one being Northbound, danger sign. 225 metres is the target for this one. So yeah, this is that one you jump across the motorway. Not too bad. Works alright. It's not the most difficult in the world. Can anyone guess what I'm going to use for this one? Anybody? Hands up. You at the back, you know? What do you reckon? I reckon I'm going to be going for the Mosler. Yay, easy PR snow because I cannot be bothered swapping out the snow tyres. I haven't bothered in the last sort of, when was it my last band? September, something like that. So I haven't swapped it out since then. I'll just use it and it works perfectly. I've got the share code up there. I've been promoting this stuff every week to you guys. So if you've already got it, great, just use it. It's brilliant. And I'm going to have a run through now. That's the jump, and what I normally like to do with this one is start at the end and work backwards. It gives me a good opportunity to make my own approach line. So what I'm doing is going up the hill here, and I'll go up a little bit. I think that's enough. I'll turn round about 3.2 kilometres and just make a straight run. Traction on, stability on, you know, as sort of usual, because when you're doing cross country, you need all the stability you can get. So make the jump and, oh, it's not counted. Okay, let's hit rewind, because sometimes if you clip it at a funny angle, it doesn't count. But rewind is your friend. Make the jump better. Not the best speed, but I'm sure I can get this sorted. Tilting it, and 230.02. So yeah, that's done it. That's easy. That's kicked it. Seasonal objective completed. Super wheel spin for the pleasure. Next up, we've got Slate Quarry. 142 mile an hour is the target. Again, nothing I think is going to be too problematic. So let's have a run at it and let's see how we get on. We're here now, I've fast travelled, and there's two ways you can approach this. And I'm going to show you both ways for this. So I'm just going to turn around a bit, get a little bit of a run up from this way. So let's spin it round. Avoid that non-player car wherever you are, and just keep going. So avoid you, carefully does it. Oh, absolutely cooked that. Absolutely cooked it. And I'm showing you this stuff pretty much unedited because it's, you know, just is. So let's take a run up. Avoid you, make a jump, take the corner a little bit, and Just try and get the speed up a bit. Cut the corner, avoid the rocks, and through the camera, 154 point whatever it was. So yeah, okay. And hitting the rocks, season objective completed. But it might be easier to actually, instead of going down the hill, to actually go up the hill. So let's have a go at this from the other side and let's see what we can get. Because I did back coming down the hill, and I want to be having a look what up the hill does. So let's make a move on this one. Avoiding all that stuff, avoiding the rocks. The speed I think is better. Through the camera, 158.91. Okay, brilliant. So either downhill or uphill. This Moser will absolutely sort this out with no problems. Speed zone, never end. 82 mile an hour is the target for this. And it's off-road one. I'm a bit dubious about off-road speed zones, mostly because I'm pretty crap at them. This Moser, I think, will do a decent enough job on this. So, okay, I've marked it up. And let's just have a go. Let's see what I can get. Let's see how we get on. Going around here, totally wide and failed. Right, never mind. So let's just get to the other side and just give it a run the other way, because it's probably easier going downhill than it is going uphill on this one for the most part. And oh, I'm all over a shop. It's an absolute nightmare. It's an absolute nightmare. And okay, right, there's the cameras cut across country, and I'm doing this at night time, which probably doesn't make it easier. It makes it a lot harder, but it's marked up. Right, let's have a go, shall we? Let's go. Through the cameras, got the puddle, get that out of the way. It's not too bad. Little jump, be careful to brake hard on max. You will go wide and mess it up. Oh, and I failed it. Right. This is one I think a lot of people are going to be having multiple goes at. And I'm showing you this because sometimes if I edit stuff up, it just looks like, yeah, I've just walked straight into it. It's fine, no problems. You know, and when you go and try it, you're going, why isn't it working? Why can't I do it? It's because I've edited my sort of first look stuff around a little bit. But I'm showing you this pretty much as is. So coming around, this is my, third attempt at it? Yeah. Going around, little drift on that corner, not too bad. Get the accelerator down, but I have got quite a tight corner there, so I'm gone a little bit wide from that. But okay, 82.58, that's what I've got. Is that seasonal objective? Yes, it is. Seasonal objective completed. Why not? So basically, it might take you a couple of goes, rewinds your friend, and no sort of harm done on that one. So that's those PR stunts out of the way. That's a separate speed zone altogether right there. But that's that out of the way. Jobs are good 'un. Championships. Wood Friday for the Alfa Romeo TZ2. Koenigsegg Hunt for the rabbit ears. And Scrambled Megs for the Renault 5 Turbo Forza Edition. Okay, right. Wood Friday, no problem. I think you all know what I'm going to use. Koenigsegg Hunt. Yeah, that's pointless. And Scramble Megs is just really good fun. So let's have a little look about what you've got. Wood Friday. Alfa Romeo TZ2 is this one. And it's all about your little woody mobiles. And it's Lakehurst Copse Circuit, Lake District Sprint and Horizon Festival Sprint. And they're all road racing events. And yes, I'm going to be using Woody Whippet, my Mini Traveller, my Morris Mini Traveller, D-Class. I use this for cold storage in winter. I said to you guys, keep it. If you're using this, keep it. You'll use it for spring. And this will absolutely destroy this championship. It is really good, so definitely grab this. I think they're available for about 200,000 to 300,000 on auction if you haven't got them, but if you picked them up last week, just keep it. Just keep this tune on it and just basically go and do the same as you did before, but without the snow. Koenigsegg Hunt, Street Scene, S2 Class, and you get bloody rabbit ears. Right. Reservoir Run, Wind Farm Rush, and Lakehurst Rush are your events for this one. Yeah, right. S2 class street racing in Koenigsegg hypercars. I'm going to go for the CCX. Everything's I'm going to go for the Regera, but I'm not. I'm going for the CCX because I think it's a better car. And the share code's up for this. It's called Snow, but don't let that sort of bother you. This is a pretty capable car. And this will, I would say, do the job. Well, it does do the job, but it's a bit of a nightmare of the championship. Scrambled Megs for a Renault 5 Turbo Forza Edition, and it's all about the dirt racing. Highland Farm Scramble, Lakehurst Woodland Scramble, and Greendale Foothills Scramble. That's what you got. And I'm going for the Renault Megane RS 250. And I've got it on the A-Class. And this is available on the Auto Show very cheaply. And it's a really cool little rally car as well. The share code is up on the screen now. So grab that, get it on this car, and go and have a bit of fun with this. Because this is a really nice dirt racing championship this season. And I actually quite like it. That is your championships, basically. Scrambled Megs, yeah, why not? Wood Friday, brilliant. Koenigsegg Hunt, an absolute nightmare. It really is. An S2 class street scene in hypercars. That is just, oh, that's absolutely disastrous. And all you get for it is a pair of crappy rabbit ears. I mean, really, I would not be shocked if a lot of people just skip that one, given that it's a pain in the backside to complete, given that it is street scene, it is S2, it is hypercars, and you get a really crap reward for it. Even seasonal completion's about 5 or 6%, so unless you're really desperate for your seasonal percentages, or you're proper simping over rabbit ears, right, I would not be shocked if this stuff gets skipped by a lot of people. But if you do fancy it, that Koenigsegg CCX will definitely give you a fighting chance on it. And you should see the video when I do upload it. But that's mad. But that is the season. That is the spring season out of the way. The final one for this series, a bit of a bad series, I think, for new players. You've got really high requirements for cars. You've got really silly challenges. You've got really crappy rewards. And it's a bit of a crappy one, but this spring one, I would say the two problem areas outside of this Forzathon, which I'd like to think we've got sorted now for most people, thanks to all of you suggested cars and tunes and commented and interacted and did all this stuff. You know, you've basically helped me out a lot, and I haven't covered off all those tunes in this video because otherwise it would just be far too long, much longer than it needs to be and much longer than it is now. And what I'm going to do is when I do publish this video, I'm going to put all of the tune suggestions that you guys are suggesting and the cars in a pinned comment under this video. So you've seen my tunes for stuff on here for this Forzathon, and I'm going to give some credit to you guys, you know, and the people whose tunes you suggest. I'm going to put that in a comment. So if you don't want to look at mine, right, fair enough, you know, whatever. These are the ones that people are suggesting, so I'll put them in there. And if you want to, you can have a look at them and, you know, just to see what's going on. But that is that. That's the series, that's the season, and let's see what comes out for Series 34, I guess. And as soon as I know that sort of stuff, it's probably going to be another week before I know any of that. So let's have a play around on the spring season. And until next time, thank you for watching. Take it easy and happy driving.